Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hopefully you guys are having an awesome day, and just wanted to show you guys a quick video of a lot of the snakes and a couple of updates in the room. So now that we have changed rooms, definitely have a lot more space and area for some of the snakes to hang out in, especially Pop-Tart and Peaches, as they will get much larger, and they're going to need a bigger area for some activities. But super excited that I do have this bigger room, and the snakes are doing very well in here. So she's been out for a little bit, kind of curious. She definitely likes to go over by the heaters, which is probably normal for most snakes since they want to go next to something that is warm. But we don't want them to get caught up in the fins over there or over here and burn themselves, because it is extremely hot. But just kind of hanging out with her for just a little bit. Figured you guys might like to see some of her movements. Since it's been kind of rainy out, I can't really take her outside too much, but she's super sweet. I have people ask me how long it took me to actually tame her down, and it's never. Since I got her when she was, maybe 2-3 months old, she's been perfect. And with Mountain Dew, she's been perfect as well. I did get bit by her one time when I was in the parking lot picking her up, and she went up my sleeve of my hoodie because it was pretty cold out, and I went to pull her out of my sleeve, and she tagged me pretty good. So I mean, she was super small, so it didn't hurt, but I definitely bled for about 20 minutes or so. And I mean, yeah, Pop-Tart's just hanging out. It's really nice to have animals that don't mind you around them or you hanging out with them. So I have not yet been able to go to the store. I know that is extremely annoying for a lot of you guys, but I've not yet been to the store to purchase the mulch, and I will do that as soon as possible, because she really likes to have the mulch, and I think it looks more natural, and I can put the big logs and sticks in there for her. And I should have put my phone on silent. So I know I do need better lighting in here. And then the Motley definitely needs her cage cleaned. So we'll look at that in a little bit, but I do have to feed almost all of the boas, all of the big boas, all of the smaller boas, and then the Burmese right here. So I was gonna reach in and grab her, but we're still working on our relationship between her and I, and it's getting better. I won't lie about that, but it's not perfect, and I wish it was, but we're getting there. And so for the very first initial contact with her, I do like to have a hook available, since she does puff up and she does like to be super grouchy. But hopefully I can kind of get this under her a little bit. And I know this is not the proper way to do this, because I only have one hand, so we're just gonna go with it. I will put mulch in here with her as well, and you can see how she's flattening her body, puffing herself up, trying to get herself a lot bigger than what she actually is. And then I'll try to get her out. Man, she looks really pretty. Had her out for a little bit yesterday. I didn't have any issues with her. Of course, she wants to be stubborn. Wrap her tail around the water dish, but her colors are insane. So she is a pearl, which I do believe is the mix between an albino and a hypo. So really awesome colorations with her. And she's a 1.5 years. So I'm not overfeeding her. I'm not power feeding her or anything like that. I'm just giving her small rats every 2 weeks. And it looks like to me, she's in good health. I'd say she's about 3.5 feet-ish, maybe. Definitely not pushing to the 6 feet that I've seen a lot of snakes, or I should say a lot of Burmese, are at the age of 1. But some people just like to feed them up a little bit more than others, which is fine. I have no reason to, because I don't have any plans of breeding her. So I can just feed her as slowly as I want to, hopefully, and not have any issues with her. So we have a lot of meals to eat. Mountain Dew's definitely still getting the quail, and then I got a bunch of small mice for the new boas. Got the lights all ran through here, which is definitely a pain, but everything is looking good. I've got some of the water dishes in the dishwasher right now, getting cleaned out, and so we won't be able to see them for a little bit. So I got the ghost down here, the albino, my normal boa, and then my Argentine, which I got her out a little bit ago. Snapped some pictures of her and put her on Instagram so we can just check out a couple snakes. And I'm really loving this rack system. Makes it so much easier and everything. So my 2020 Moonglow, which I'm very excited to see her grow up and change colors. And I don't know if I have this arranged you know, the best way possible, but then I have 2020 Snow, male Snow. Very excited to have two males out of the 13 plus, I guess, female boas, and then I have all female ball pythons. Or that's wrong. I do have two, I believe, 2 or 3. This is the male right here. The clown, the banana clown, since 99% of all bananas are males. And then we have a couple really nice VPI, and then the VPI IMG, which she shed out not too long ago. I think her colors are looking awesome. She definitely got darker in her last shed. So her tail is still kind of keeping some of that nice coloration on her, while the rest of her is going pretty dark. So that's awesome to see. My male IMG Motley was in blue for the last couple of days, and I'm very excited about seeing him shed out. So you can see he has a saggy jaw, so he should be shedding out very soon. And then his colors should be going very dark. I've seen some IMG Motleys go completely jet black within the first 6 months. So he was just born not too long ago. So I'm very excited to see him in the process of changing, which is awesome. So I know you guys are probably kind of curious about her. And yeah, so VPI Aztec is still very much attitudinal, and I really haven't been able to hang out with her very much because feeding her, gotta wait 2 days, and then for the last weekish she was in shed. So she just came out of shed, and I really don't want to mess with her with her eyes all glossed over, because she hates me when she can't see me, and she probably hates me even more when she can't tell who or what is bugging her. But here's my Suriname. Took her out of one of the other bigger tubs, and then I put her in here. So she actually fits really nice, and there's a lot of room back there. I am kind of dealing with some issues on the heating element of the heat panels. I put the probe at the very bottom on the back of one of the panels, and it seems like every level is reading differently. So I just reran it to the panel, I think it's this one right here, back there. And so I put it in between these two, and I taped it down so nothing rubs on it, and so it doesn't get moved or anything like that. But for instance, like the bottom tubs were reading like 85-ish, which is, I guess, okay. And then from here up, it was reading like 95. So a little concerning. I don't think 95 is that big of a deal, but I have no idea. But all of the snakes were basically to the front of the tubs, and so I think it might have been a little bit too warm for them. But just kind of playing with the thermostat, not letting it go too high. I would assume 100 would be miserable for them. So they do have plenty of room to come up here and get out of the heat. So we'll see if that makes a difference. And I really like the iridescence on her with how dark she is. A lot of rainbows in her, and I'm kind of surprised. So it's the IMG Motley Hypo Jungle, and she is het for snow, so I'd love to try to put her with the snow and get IMG Snows and IMG Moonglows and everything else under the sun in that combination. So we will see what happens in 4 or 5 years with that. So that's definitely the problem with a lot of those the boas, is that they take forever to shed out. And then this girl right here is my Black Pastel Pied. She was in blue, so she should be coming out of blue here, or she's already out of blue, but she should be shedding here in the next couple of days, which is very exciting. And I need to get a lot of those females up to size for next year if I want to breed them. But again, I don't really have any males, so I got to get on board with that. I don't know why I just keep on buying females all of the time, but nothing wrong with that for future stuff. I guess that's really it. I mean, nothing too exciting in here. Just, you know, got the lights up, which is perfect. And then someone was asking me if I have enough room to take the boas out between this space, and I do have plenty of room. The windows don't touch at all, and then I can stand here and then pull a boa out on this side right here. And then my boas, none of them are massive or that big yet, so it's not a problem. And I still need to figure out where I'm going to put my other 8-foot cage. I think I'm still going to stack it, but the next video is definitely going to be on the feeding. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, seeing some snakes and seeing some of the, at least seeing Pop-Tart cruise around the room for just a little bit. And hopefully you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you guys on the next video.